welcome back to Lucid Trading. Welcome back for round 2 for today. I'm so sorry my electricity turned off today in this building for some random reason. I had to fix that. It cost me about an hour, so that's why the first hour I wasn't here. I was working on getting back the electricity on. Like I said, I'll be leaving this place in about 2 weeks. I'll be having my own office with great electricity, internet, and everything. But for the short term, we're going to have to go through this. Look at that. Markets are correcting right as we speak. This is looking horrendous. This is what we expected, and we're going to get more. I think we're going to see even more downside. It looks like we're hitting... it just keeps on bleeding. That's the thing right now. It just keeps on bleeding. We hit support levels. It goes below support levels. It's insane. However, I am personally still buying the dips. Like I said, I'm buying the dip in Baba, and DIDI, and Virgin Galactic, Robinhood, Netlist, Uber, Path, and others like BNGO, Nano Dimension, Palantir, C3.ai. I'm buying the dips. I don't care what's happening. I think they're getting, stocks are getting cheaper overall across the board. We're not going to see a market crash. No way that is going to happen at this point. We still have a lot of money printing going on. The Fed is most likely going to be announcing that they're going to delay tapering, in my opinion, given the fact that the markets are going down, the economy is going down, COVID rates is going up, right? So COVID cases are spiking. I'm just saying, I think there's a good shot that this is going to be a once-in-a-year buying opportunity to be buying up these growth names and just overall stocks at cheaper prices, cheaper than before. And this is why I've been warning for the past month. Guys, the stock market tends to correct in September. Look what's happening right now. Stock market is correcting more and more and more. And there are a lot of things happening. I've said this before. The stock market is sitting between a rock and a hard place. Well, guess what? People don't like that. And that's why they're cashing out and they're taking profits. Anyway, welcome back. Welcome back to the stream. Make sure you smash that like button to support the stream, support me, and for 10,000 years of good luck. Smash that like button right now. We have Power Hour going on, so let me just turn on the Power Hour template. Let's go. Let me know in the live chat which stocks you'd like me to cover. Let's see. What did I just do? Oh, there we go. Live right now. All right, fantastic. Okay, so let's get things straight. What we're seeing, this is panic, right? We're seeing this massive pullback. Yet this news that we got about Evergrande, the news that we got about tapering, we already knew this. This is not something new. The market's correcting September almost 9 out of 10 times. This is not something new. We already knew this. So what we're seeing right now is a panic, right? So this is the retail traders that are selling off big time, hedge funds that are selling because of China, and that's creating this whole mess that we're seeing here. And I don't think this is rational right now. I don't think there's a lot of rationality going into this. It's just people taking money off the table because they're scared. Everybody's fearful. If we take a look at the CNN Fear and Greed, which I'm going to do that right now. Right now, I'm going to show you here. Elevator music. Right now, can you see this? This is the Fear and Greed Index, which I don't use very often, but still. The Fear and Greed Index is showcasing this for us. Extreme fear. Everybody is fearful. Everybody's panicking. Everybody's paper handing. Everybody's selling. Remember what Warren Buffett said. It's a cliche. When everybody's panicking, when everybody's fearful, you buy those stocks that have great fundamentals and have a bright future ahead of them at a massive discount and be greedy. And so that's what I'm doing right now. That's what I'm doing. Look at that. Market momentum, extreme fear. Put and call options, extreme fear. Safe haven demand, extreme fear. Market volatility, extreme fear. Hey, I mean, we're getting that correction, and I'm loving it. I am absolutely loving it. I've been buying stocks at prices that we haven't seen in some time. So let's get back to the charts. We'll do that in a second. Oops, that tends... Okay, there we go. Fantastic. Alrighty. So smash the like, by the way. Hit that like. I really need it right now because I lost an hour because of the electricity turning off. It was horrible. I had to call people and walk around the building. Like, I had to fix the electricity for this whole floor myself. And yeah, because I'm the only person that cares because I have a live stream that I have to do and other people don't. But yeah, got things together, so that's great. So yeah, make sure you smash the like button. Once again, hit that like button. Would appreciate it. And let's see, DIDI, Apple, Lucid, BBIG, Tesla, ChargePoint, UiPath. Okay, I'll be taking a look at those stocks. I'll be starting a poll right now. I think that would be very wise. Oh my God, look at that! Look at the S&P. It's just blowing through the 100-day moving average. It's just blowing through it right now. And if we take a look at the Fibonacci levels here, it's right. It is right at that Fibonacci level of the 0.618. Oh my God, the 618. It's right there. If it breaches, hey, I mean, we're going down. We're going to go down to 4,200. Anyway, we'll see. I think it's going to bounce. There's no freaking way it's going to go down even further. I think we're going to see a bounce, and then we go down further. But yeah, let me just start a poll because I'm actually quite curious. Are you negative or positive on your portfolio right now? Bleed. Okay, cool. I am negative, right? So obviously, if you're holding stocks, you're most likely negative on your portfolio right now. Most definitely. Alrighty. Oh no. 84% says bleed. Yeah, well, what can you do about it? See, this is why I always say, always have capital on the sidelines. Always, always, always. In a bull market, in a bear market. Although I want to say, in a bull market, you want to have less capital. You want to have less capital on stocks because you want to sell out at the top. In a bear market, you want to have more capital so that you can put your money to work when stocks are cheaper. And I've been preaching this for the past month or two, and here we are. This is great. I mean, this is absolutely amazing. We got a 1.6 euro donation from Paul Garrett. Thank you, Paul. Paul says, Matic, head and shoulders on the daily. Keep up the great work. I'm telling you, technical analysis is not going to save these cryptos. They're going to fall. There's no way around it. We're right now still in a bear market, and we're seeing mass liquidations. A lot of cryptos are dependent on China because of Tether, and that's not a good thing. I would say that Matic is down. It's not even down that much, is it? We had the massive spike right there. I mean, well, never mind. It's down 55% from all-time highs. Is this the wrong one? Because I'm not seeing the price. I'm just seeing how much what the market cap is. I would love to see the price. We said it was going to go down. It did pull back. It just didn't pull back as much. But I was quite bearish. I do remember that. Being bearish on this one. Matic, USDT. There we go. Let's delete everything. Yeah, a bit of a head and shoulder pattern, right? Like, that's what I'm seeing here. What I'm also seeing is that it's not oversold yet. And when cryptos are going down like this, they tend to become quite oversold. And, well, the 4 hours is indicating it's oversold, right? I think we're ultimately able to go down to $1, to about $1. So maybe we spike a little, but we just keep pulling back to about $1. I think that could be quite possible. I would say it also depends on what's going to happen on Wednesday, because we do have a press release coming out from the FOMC, a press conference. And that could be a very positive thing for crypto, depending on what happens with the tapering as well. Because obviously, if they start tapering, let's just say if they stop printing money, the earlier they stop printing money, the worse that would be for crypto. Essentially, you want the money printing to go on because cryptos benefit from that as well. Because it's just like cryptos, in some sense, are an inflation hedge. And the more of the supply out there, the more it's going to be benefiting the cryptos and precious metals, for that matter, too. Because it weakens the dollar in most scenarios. Tesla sitting at 719. Remember what I said? I said Tesla was going to come back down before Q3 deliveries, and it was going to jump right before Q3 deliveries, which is in about 2 weeks. I would say this is the right time to start dollar cost averaging as it's moving down to the lower 700s. So that's looking interesting on Tesla. NEO, look at NEO. My gosh, we were right about NEO. We said NEO was going to pull back to the 34, 35, and then bounce back up. We're not seeing it bounce yet. I think it's going to bottom out tomorrow and then bounce. Probably starting tomorrow. I think tomorrow's going to be a green day. I don't think this bleeding is going to continue, but we're seeing, oh my god, look at that. Damn. Right when you think it can't get worse. Right when you think, oh my god. This is wild. So it looks like it's getting even worse. The S&P is selling further and further, going below the 200-day moving average on that 4-hour chart. On the daily chart, it's going way below the 100-day moving average. We're right at the Fibonacci support line that we just drew a couple moments ago. That is just wild. Damn. If it doesn't bounce right now, I don't know when it will, because this is this is really insane. Let's take a look at the Nasdaq. Nasdaq is looking even worse, I would say. It's just straight down, down about 5.5%. No, Siri, no, please. And the Dow Jones is down similar amounts, 5.5%. And we have the Russell down about 6.9%. So the Russell is down a bit more than the other indices. Of course, that tends to be the case. At least it has been the case for the past time. This is interesting. So we've got the VIX not cooling off. It's actually heading up more. The VIX was sitting at 25 the last time I covered it. I said it was going to top out. Didn't happen. Actually pulled even further. There's a lot of volatility right now, and a lot of people are starting to short the markets. Okay. So it's just moving further and further. It's about to get overbought. So how much longer can it stay there? Well, I mean, if this is like a crisis kind of scenario, this could go up much, much higher. But I don't think that is the case. I think we're probably going to see it top out somewhere in this range, maybe hit 30. But for the most part, I don't see it going much, much higher. A lot of people are saying that this is like a Lehman Brothers event. I don't think so. I don't think this is going to be a financial crisis comparable to 2008, at least. I don't think we have enough bearish things going on for us to see that happen at the moment. I mean, the money printer's going, low interest rates. Inflation is heading up, so that's one trigger. When you have higher and higher inflation, that's not good for the markets. Look at that, C3.ai. Oh my God, C3.ai down 6.5%. AMC down 11.5%. Palantir down 8.8 percentage points. Oh my God, this is amazing, because remember what I said. I said Palantir was going to pull back to the trend line, which is right around 25, 26. There you go. Anybody wants some Palantir? It's sitting at 26 right now. This is great. I will buy some if it hits 26 on the dot, but I'm waiting for that. C3.ai obviously going down as well. It's not because C3 is doing bad. It's because the markets are doing bad. Stop joking about it. Look at Snowflake down 5%, Palantir down 8%, Apple down 3%, Microsoft down 3%. C3 is going down with the market. It's not because the business is doing bad. It's just the market is going down. Apple down 3%. Like I said, Microsoft 3.2%. Facebook down 3.5%. Google down 3%. See, this is the correction that I was talking about, but with big tech, because big tech, for the most part, has been going up. We had little corrections, nothing much, and we're getting discounts today. And I'm grabbing them. I am buying Facebook, I'm buying Google, buying small amounts, and I will keep on buying as they're going lower. And hopefully they do go lower. I expect Google actually to come down a bit lower. I think we had a trend line going on here. Just a little bit lower, maybe back down to 2,650, 2,700. See, that would be a nice price to get a small amount of Google. And so I asked a question. There was a poll going on, or there is a poll going on right now. Are you negative or positive on your portfolio right now? And 80% saying that they're bleeding, and 19% says they're green. So that's the Pareto distribution, which is beautiful to see. It seems like 20% is still surviving, while 80% is definitely underwater. I currently am underwater, but I have a lot of cash on the sidelines. So it's like my stocks are going down, but I still got like 25% of my portfolio is just pure cash. So I can buy the dip at any moment, and I am buying the dip. I'm buying these names. I'm buying UiPath right now, 51.5. I'm buying Uber at 39. Buying Netlist at 4.8, 4.7. Robinhood about 40. Virgin Galactic around 24, 25. So gradually buying small amounts of stock at these lower prices, and I don't know where the bottom is going to be, so I'm going to continue on buying as things get lower, with the idea that, hey, we might get some lower prices and eventually it's going to bottom out. Don't know when, but when it does bottom out, that's where you benefit greatly from dollar cost averaging, because your average is just going to be way lower than somebody that went all in at a higher price. So yeah, DIDI and Alibaba are absolutely suffocating right now. I still think they're great companies. However, it seems like China is trying to do everything, absolutely everything, to crash their markets. So I can't do anything about it. I didn't expect just bearish news after bearish news after bearish news to come out. Nobody expected that. But, it happened. It's like one day the stock bounces in, and another day China's regulating some sector, and then Evergrande falls apart, and then that's the situation right now. I think at some point these negative catalysts are going to turn into positive catalysts. It's going to take some time, but in the meanwhile, I'm still buying Alibaba. I'm still buying DIDI. I still believe that these companies are great companies. Once these companies are not great companies, that's where I would sell, obviously, because the fundamentals of these companies matter the most. And if the fundamentals are strong, then it's still a buying opportunity. If the fundamentals are bad, then it's not a buying opportunity. You got to sell at that point, right? The macro environment is dictating what's happening with the Chinese stocks. So it's not just, this Chinese stock is doing bad. It's the whole freaking market, right? So you can't say Alibaba's doing bad or DiDi is doing bad. No, the whole freaking market is doing bad right now. Everything is going bad. And it seems like the Chinese stock market is crashing. That's the right word for that, because if you take a look at the China A50, it's just an example of an index. It's been going down for a while, and I would say it's down more than 20%. In fact, it's almost down 30% from all-time high to where we currently are. And I think anything below or anything above 20% is, in my opinion, a crash. And I think Chinese stocks are crashing. It's very obvious when you have a stock like Alibaba that's been going down for about a year now. Take a look at this. Alibaba's been going down since, which month was that? Since October, the end of October. We've been just going down since then. It's been almost a year. It's down 53%. And then people are like, hey, but it's Alibaba, and it's like Alibaba's doing bad. No, they're not. Their fundamentals are still good. They're getting cracked down by the Chinese government. Yes, that's true. But it's also the whole Chinese market that is just doing bad. It's just doing really bad. And that's causing these stocks to head lower. I'm not saying there's strong buying opportunities and you should put all your money in there. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not trying to give financial advice either. I'm not a financial advisor. All I'm trying to say is, I'm putting some money in it, just gradually over time as it's going lower. We're seeing these very low prices. Charlie Munger bought this stock, Alibaba, at $230, at $220. We're getting it way cheaper than that. So in some sense, we're beating Charlie Munger to it. Although I bet he's, we don't know what he's doing recently, but maybe he's sold out. Who knows? But yeah, I'm not giving up on these Chinese stocks. I think we're gonna have to be very patient, and we'll see what happens, right? Enough about the Chinese stocks. Let's take a look at the American stocks. Oh my God. Amazon is down 4.2%. Sorry for that. Amazon is down massive amounts. And that's just wild because Amazon has been doing nothing. It's just been going flat since the corona spike that we had in Amazon stock. It's just nothing has happened for Amazon. Jeff Bezos stepped down as CEO, and well, it's just kind of flat. I guess, wealth preservation. You just got the same input as your output. Like, nothing really changed there. Google. It's still going down very slow. What's happening with AI? 47, 26.3. Tesla sitting at 720, starting to bounce back. Neo is down 7.3%. I really, really like Neo. I think it's going to be bottoming out very, very soon. And most likely... Oh, this is a trend, right? Okay, so if this is a trend, it would bottom out at 32, worst case scenario. But then again, we have several bottoms right here. Several bottoms in this range. So I think the price is low enough to be dollar cost averaging like crazy. And so that's a good idea. I think it's going to bottom out very soon, and we're going to see massive spikes to the upside. No doubt about that. People are just unloading the Chinese stocks because of the bearish news of Evergrande. And in some sense, there's just people are over panicking at the moment. Gara DIDI co-founder Jean Liu has told close associates that she has intentions to leave. Yeah, I totally get that. I mean, look, DIDI has been in a tough hurdle. I mean, you can't deny it. Think about it. DIDI has not been able to put their app on the App Store. Look at this. DIDI has not been able to put their app on the App Store. They're losing 30% of their customers. I mean, they're just ruining the company. I get that the co-founder's like, hey, I don't want to see my company die, and they leave. So, yeah, and the reason I'm still waiting on DIDI is I'm waiting for that app to come back online. Because when it comes back online, that's when you can see the growth again and people coming back to the app. And that because right now what's being priced in is a future where DIDI is not able to be on that app store. And that just basically means we trend lower and lower and lower. But my assumption is, hey, we're going to see the app come back online within the next coming months. And when that happens, the growth engine is coming back on and DIDI is going to start rolling again. If that doesn't happen, then that would be a very bad thing. Obviously, if they don't allow their app to be on the App Store, that would ruin the company. It's like 1 + 1 is 2, and so we're still waiting for that. I'm not adding significant amounts of DIDI on my portfolio anymore, mainly because of all the bearish news that's coming out, but I've got a significant amount of DIDI right now sitting below the price that we have right now, so can't complain about that. Although it's not far below that. Days like this make people rich. I disagree. I don't think days like these make people rich, but days like these can be nice to dollar cost average. Get some stocks at lower prices and hodl. I truly think that we're going to see more upside, especially considering the fact that some of these big banks have price targets for the S&P hitting 4,700 by the end of the year. Well, think about it. With the S&P sitting at 4,300, what does that mean? If we go to 4,700 by the end of the year, that's about 8.7%. That's not bad. That is absolutely gorgeous. Of course, it could go much lower, but right now, I would say I am in favor of stocks. I think stocks have come down. We've seen our 5% correction. Could be a 10% correction if stuff really hits the fan. But this is a support zone. I think stocks are going to bounce back. I think they're going to bounce back very strongly. If we head above 4,500, obviously, if that happens in this, tomorrow, after tomorrow, then that could mean, hey, we're going to see higher levels. And if that doesn't happen, if we fill the gap and we just fall back down, we're probably heading for that 10% correction, heading down to about 4,100 to about 4,200. But yeah, keep in mind, if the Fed announces that the tapering is going to be delayed, I think that's like the green light for stocks to just shoot up higher, because that's one of the uncertainties that's been it's kind of weighing down on the market, right? A lot of people are cautious. They've made lots of gains in the market. They want to just they want to take their profit off the table, just in case, because what if they taper? If they taper right now, that would mean the markets would come down anyway. So I would say that. Someone says China does not care. I do not think that China doesn't care. I think they do care, but I think they're still probably working on a solution. It's a very complex problem that they have with Evergrande and their debt. There are a lot of options, and like I think they're still calculating which option would work best in favor of them. One moment. Just quickly checking something out. There we go. All right, we have about 27 minutes left until the market is going to close. Please let me know. Do you think that the market is going to correct further? Are we going to see the market correct even further? Is this going to be a 10% downturn, 15% downturn? Or do you think that this is going to last maybe for another day or two and then we just recover instantly and this is it? Just a 5% correction and we're heading back up to all-time highs and we end up at 4,700 at the end of this year. Let me know in the live chat. I'm going to make a poll about this as well. There we go. Do you think the stock market will correct further? Yes or no? All right, adding some options. And the last option is going to be cool. More down. Things will be okay. Things will correct like a little bit more. Why is Lucid up? Because Lucid is already down so much. Ooh, that is wild. Okay, so what I think is happening is Lucid Group had very, very nice news. They have got beautiful news. And people were not relying on this company to be delivering anyways, right? Because they don't deliver any vehicles. But there's a lot of liquidity right now. Incredible amounts of liquidity because of this sell-off. So there's money on the sidelines. And Lucid Group had beautiful news. And so that money is easily going to Lucid Group right now. At least that's the only thing I can come up with. And they have got a catalyst coming up soon regarding deliveries. So that should help them out as well. But the news that the product that they have has 520 miles, I mean, that is insane, right? So that's, I think, the major catalyst has been driving the stock up higher. And it could also be a combination of things, right? And, you know, maybe a short squeeze, because a lot of people are short on this stock as well. So any move up to the upside will be exacerbated with these shorts that are covering. What's happening to Baba? Baba is finally moving up. Although it's not a lot, but still, it's still something. Alrighty. Alibaba. DIDI is still down 7%. Tencent is down 5%. BYD is down 8%. Virgin Galactic is down 6.7%. Helion down 4.2%. UiPath is down 4.5%. Uber is doing pretty good. I like Uber a lot at this moment. Netlist sitting at 4.8%. Nano Dimension did not bounce. You know, markets are correcting big time. So Nano Dimension down 8%. BNGO 7.7%. Big Tech is starting to bounce. Nasdaq is bouncing slightly. So is the S&P. VIX is starting to come down. And it's going down very fast. The 10-year yield is down 4% still. Dollar is about to go down. Look at that. And Tesla's heading up 725. NIO is heading up slightly. Lucid Group is spiking big time. Oh my gosh. It's up 4.5%. Hold up. Okay, so I asked the question: do you think that the stock market will correct further? Yes or no? And the options were 10%, 15%, etc. So 39% of people think it's going to be a 10% correction. 15% correction is about 17% of people. And 35% of people saying that we have bottomed. So it's like, and then 8% of people saying it's going to be a crash, which, I think it's unlikely that that's going to be happening, at least right now. Interesting. That is definitely interesting. So it seems like a lot of people think that this could go further to a 10% correction. And that makes sense because sentiment right now, like we just covered on CNN, the sentiment in the markets is extreme fear. Everybody's bearish. Literally everybody. The bartender, the people that are selling shoes over there, everybody is bearish on the market. And so it makes sense that when you ask the question, like, do you think it's going to correct further? Everybody says, yes, it's going to correct further, 10%. And I think we could bottom out right now with the right circumstances. Yeah, it's a little iffy. I'm gonna side with the people that are saying we're probably gonna be going down lower. 10% I think is quite possible still. So let's say we bounce tomorrow and then we just bleed down even further. Igorino1, Igor coming in here with a €2 donation saying, do you think BNGO and Nano Dimension will do good long term? Will do higher than $10 long term? Yes, I do think that we're going to see higher than 10 long term. Yeah, within the next year or two. One moment. I'm just going to quickly set my PayPal right. There we go. All right. Oh my gosh, everything is just bleeding. Isn't that fantastic? Look at that S&P. Oh, that's just nasty. It's oversold. You see that? The last time, look at this. Oh my gosh. The last time we were oversold on the 4 hours on the S&P, we can go back a year. The last time was in 2020. 2020 March, right? It's not comparable to back then, of course, but it's fascinating to see that. And the times before that, that was in 19, and that was August and October. It's very likely that we're going to bounce. It's just, I don't see this going further. With it being oversold like this, MACD's pulled back. I think we're going to bounce. Like at the beginning of the day, we bounced a bit, and then it pulled back further. So that is interesting. Yeah, and this is also the support range. So most likely we bounce. And then, well, that would be about a percentage point-ish. It's all we're going to get probably, depending on the circumstances. But, I wouldn't be surprised if this gap is filled at some point. Let's check BABA. BABA is still going down. Oof, that is painful. That is definitely painful. Gara, are you still bullish on Neo end of the year? What is your prediction? Yeah, I am still bullish on Neo. I am very bullish on Neo. I like the current price. And I think if it goes lower, I'll be buying the dip. I'm not like, Stockmo or some other EV bull or like Neo bull that's saying like, Neo's going to go to $200. Let's keep things realistic. I think Neo can get back to 60 potentially by December, January, right? More likely, if I'm really conservative, I'm saying, between $46 and $50. That should be like almost a guarantee at this point, given the fact that we're going to see even higher deliveries and earnings are going to be really good. That's the assumption, that we get good earnings. But yeah, I think 60 is still a possibility. 70 that's just a far cry at this point. It's just not going to happen unless something huge happens. But I'm also very bullish on XPeng, given the fact that they're going to be Was it XPeng or Neo that was going to sell vehicles in Europe? Was it? Let me just look that up. XPeng Europe. I think it was it XPeng? No, okay, so XPeng launches P5 in China starting around $24,000 with plans for a European version. So they've got the plans, right? And then, was it Neo going to Europe then? Okay, so both XPeng and Neo are trying to... Okay, they're going to go to Europe at some point. Fascinating. Now, I think that both Neo and XPeng are looking pretty nice. At the current price. They're both sitting at the same price. But obviously, Neo has double the market cap. I would say, I think right now, especially right now, Neo is looking a little bit more attractive than XPeng. Yeah, we're seeing stocks bounce. What's happening to Baba? Baba bouncing. DIDI's not bouncing. Virgin Galactic kind of flat UiPath. Look at that. Oh my gosh. That is so wild. Oh, we got a $5 donation from Masira Soli. Hey, brother, can you check a detailed on Wish, Win, and Lucid, please? Lucid has crash test safety results coming out soon. Huge catalyst on the 27th. Rumored for deliveries in October. Oh my god, my phone is about to die. All right, we'll take a look at some of these. Hold up. Let's see what's happening to Win. When we said it was going to bounce, it was going to hit up that level. It was going to go down slightly lower, and oh no, I think okay. So then we said it was going to go sideways until we get clarity. Yeah. So I think Win is going to keep going sideways. Although I wouldn't be surprised if it actually starts moving up in October. I would say end of September, we see it go up to around 89 and fill the gap right there. That could be a thing. So a 10% move could definitely happen. Now looking at Lucid. Lucid is sitting at 24, up 4.5. Sorry for that. Up 4.5%. Already up 44% from the bottom. That is relevant. And it's overbought. We're seeing that. The markets are very negative. And it's still going up, so that's interesting. I would say, arguably, that there's still some room left. I mean, this could definitely keep going on. Maybe we hit 25. That seems to be a resistance zone. But I think we're going to top out soon. I don't think this is going to continue forever. Obviously, this is caused by the fact that we have a liquidity. There's a lot of liquidity right now, so whatever is oversold and attractive, that's where the money is going to. And right now, Lucid Group is relatively oversold, relatively attractive, and we have big catalysts coming up. And we recently had a very big catalyst as well. So sitting at 24, I think we're gonna hit about 25, and then we pull back, maybe bottom out at roughly around 22.8, maybe $23 temporarily, and then we'll see from there. Right, we'll have a catalyst, I think, on the 27th, if I'm sure about that. But we'll cover that later on. But right now, I think maybe we hit 25, or just top out instantly, and then pull back to a support level. We got a $50 donation from Peru Invest. Thank you very much, Peru. Appreciate that donation. That is awesome. Peru says, SoFi holds my 25% of my Robinhood portfolio. It is time for SoFi, and don't be surprised if ARK jumps on SoFi. Let me check SoFi. I think SoFi was also going down, right? It's just the whole market is going down. Yeah, there you go. That was a bit embarrassing. We didn't see any upside. Actually, we saw the opposite. It's been coming down recently. But I'm still bullish on SoFi. I like what they're doing. I like their fundamentals too. I don't think it's too terrible. Market cap of 11.6 billion. Compare that to recent prices. I mean, we're sitting pretty close to the bottom for this company right here. And, well, looking at their revenue, it's not some fake company. They do have revenues. It's just, you know, the market is in a rough patch. And I think if it wasn't for that, SoFi would have done well. SoFi is not down 8%. It's not down 5%. It's down 2.5%. It's down a similar amount to what the indices are down. And we have a clear trend right here. So it's holding up that trend. We have these resistances right there. So initially, I think we're going to be seeing a bounce back up to 15.2. If it breaks above that level, then I think we're going straight to $16, $17 for SoFi. But that's just on the short term. Yeah, with the markets being bearish, in the case, if this correction continues, I think we're going to hold the $14 as support, and it's just not going to move and sit around 14. But in any other scenario, I think we're heading straight back to 15.2, fill the gap, hit the resistance, potentially consolidate, and then just head up to 16. I think longer term, we're looking at SoFi. I think we're going to get back to the $20 in December. But yeah, we're going to have a lot of patience with a lot of these stocks that have been coming down and consolidating, because markets aren't looking really pretty at the moment. Alibaba bouncing. That is beautiful. So it's not going below 150. It's holding the 150 range. So yeah, SoFi, I think it's a great price. It could get lower if their fundamentals deteriorate. We haven't seen any signs of that. I think if anything, they're going to grow faster because there's so much demand for these trading apps and loaning. Just the business of the finance world. Like, the finance world is doing incredibly well at the moment. Although things could slow down in the coming year for finance. The 10-year is going to go up. It's going to get a little bit more tough for people to get loans. So we're going to see that velocity of money go down, and that will have consequences. That's all I'm going to say about that. Let's not conclude anything out of that. I mean, okay. All right, so I want you to smash that like button. Once we hit 150 likes, we're going to do another questions and answers, Q&A. You can ask me any question, and I'll answer all the questions. So let's hit 150 likes. Smash the like, hit the like. It helps the channel, helps with the algorithm for the stream, gets people back to the stream. And, yeah, that would be great. Let me just send a link. All right. Oh, and let me know which stocks I should look at. Let me know in the chat, and I'll take a look at your stocks. Now, actually do that right now because I need a little bit of inspiration. Yeah, markets are bouncing. Look at that. There we go. S&P bouncing. Nasdaq bouncing. Dow Jones bouncing slightly. Russell's bouncing as well. Seems like people are starting to buy the dip at the end of the day, and the VIX is starting to come back down. It is bleeding, and it looks like the VIX is gonna come down a lot here. One moment. There we go. All right. Yeah, I shorted the VIX slightly. All right. We have roughly 9 minutes left until the market is going to close here. If the VIX actually goes down a lot, I mean, let me just say one thing. If this correction is now over, the VIX will plummet all the way back, which would be quite an insane thing to see happen, but yeah. You can ask for likes and then extend the session for after market close. Should we do that? All right, no, we would have to hit something crazy for that. Okay, if we hit 200 likes, we're gonna extend the session by, let's say, 15 minutes. I don't think we're gonna hit 200 likes though. But let's see, Vroom, BNGO, Helion. I want to check BNGO. Let's take a quick look at BNGO right now. I still think it's going to bounce. I think we're going to consolidate around $5. This has been a strong support. Briefly breached it, but we're still there. Ultimately, I just think this stock is looking very cheap at the moment. 1.4 billion market cap. Of course, they burn a lot of money, but it's a high-tech company. They're one of the companies of the future. I think the downtrend is probably going to continue for now, but we're in that zone where it's probably going to bounce up. Okay, so we hit the 150 likes mark. That's awesome. That was really fast. Okay, Q&A mode. Ask me any question. I'll be answering all your questions. That's in the live chat. Ask me any question. Type it out. I'll be answering all your questions for the coming minutes. If we hit 200 likes, we're going to extend the live stream with 15 minutes. I have no idea what we're going to do in those 15 minutes, but we're going to extend it by 15 minutes. Okay, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I wanted to do something, and that was actually there we go. I've got a small amount shorting the VIX with some leverage. It might actually pull back even further, but I think it's actually about to bottom out and just spike again. That would be horrible, but yeah. Well, I'm seeing the MACD cross right there, so that's why I'm a little bearish on what's happening on the VIX. I think the volatility is going to go down significantly, especially considering the fact that we've hit a significant support zone for the S&P, for the Nasdaq, for the Russell, for the indices, and I don't think we're gonna straight up go down below that support zone. I think there's gonna be a period of calm, like the calm before the storm. So we see a bit of a bounce, everybody's happy again, and then we'll see a rollover again. So the rug pull, kind of. Alibaba is heading back up. Beautiful to see that. And oh wow, we're about to hit 200 likes. We've got some questions right here. We're going to answer these questions. We're going to do that in a second. Look at Alibaba. What a champion. Still sitting at 150 after all that bearish news that's coming out of China. Let's just zoom in on the S&P. I think it's nice to look at the S&P. What's happening on the S&P on the, let's just say 1 minute time frame. Right there, while we're answering these questions. S&P, it's already overbought. Look at that. It's overbought on the RSI right as we speak, sitting at 4,355. And of course, whatever the S&P does is whatever most stocks will do. So hopefully it's not going to go bananas to the downside. All right, so we got a couple questions. Let's answer them here. Red or green tomorrow? I think green. I think we're going to see slight green, maybe a percentage up, 0.5% to a percentage up on the indices. And then we could probably see some more downside either at the end of tomorrow or starting from Wednesday, depending on what's going to be happening with Jerome Powell, of course. What are your thoughts on Upstart? Upstart, I don't know. I think Upstart is one of those stocks that have been hyped up quite a bit. I've been... I sometimes look at what's happening with Meet Kevin and what he's covering, and yeah, well, it's going down slightly short term. it's still sitting relatively high. What the hell's happening here? Why is this company just going up and up and up? It is barely down. What the oh my god. It doesn't have that much revenue. Although they had a lot of profits in Q2 and Q1. What do they do? Cloud-based artificial intelligence lending platform. Is this a bubble? I'm afraid that what's going to happen next with this one. Did I cover this? I think I covered this. Wow, it must have been a long time ago. I think we were bearish on this. We said it was going to come down, and then it came down here, and then it jumped up. Well, look at these bottoms, right? Look at that. That's been the pattern so far. And the recent tops that we've had has been pretty much this. And then it just jumped above it. I'm going to say that we're probably going to head down. Markets are kind of bearish right now. I don't know why it's only down 3% after being up that much. The fundamentals are looking solid. It's just short term, I would say. Upstart is more likely it's going to pull back to around 250, 260. Will it go much lower? Probably not. This is going to hold this trend. Unless the market's correct a lot further than what we've seen so far. We have 2 minutes, by the way. Let me go through some of these questions. C3 price target for end of year. Right now, I would say between $80 and $100 price target for end of year, about January, right? For earnings. Please check charge point. We'll do it in a couple seconds. We hit 200 likes, by the way. We're going to be streaming for an extra 15 minutes, like I said, because we had 200 likes. Thank you so much. And hit the like if you haven't done that yet. If we hit 250 likes by any chance, we'll live stream 30 minutes extra. If we hit 250. Can you take a look at SBWR? Semiconductors expected. My expectation on semiconductors is that they're gonna consolidate and probably head down because of the fact that the supply issues that have been beneficial for the semiconductors, that is not going to be a long-term issue. It's going to be resolved probably by next year, and so not a lot of people are going to be excited about semiconductors by then. I said that's kind of my argument right now. One moment. So yeah, most likely we will see semiconductors head lower starting next year. Quite a bit lower. Why did you change your t-shirt? It's getting cold. My electricity was off, so no heating, no nothing. Where does Palantir go from here? I think we're going to go straight back to the 30s when the correction is over. How many percent? Oh, by the way, the markets just closed. Sorry, I just forgot. We had about a minute left. So markets just closed. Markets are closed right now. But we're going to be live streaming for another 15 minutes. So make sure you hit the like. And we'll be covering some stocks, I would say, in the next 50 minutes. Have a bit of a good time. And, like I said, if we hit 250 likes, then we're going to do another 50 minutes on top of that. Did the bell actually go? Oh, okay, cool. Is cereal soup? Yes. Is hot dog a sandwich? Yes. Where is your new office located? It's in the same city that I'm currently in, which is Haarlem. What actually means when RSI goes up but stock price unchanged or lower? Yeah, so essentially what's happening is the momentum is up, so there is excitement, yet the price is barely up and the volume is barely up. It's just like the buying and selling, it favors the buyers, but there's just so little buying that it's barely affecting the price. And yeah, in some sense, momentum is there, yet it's weak. And that's not good, because usually when you have momentum, the price jumps. And if that's not happening, then, well, that's not a good thing. It just shows you it's just so incredibly weak. It's no demand for it. No large demand. It's a lot more complicated than that, by the way, but it's like a very simple explanation. We can talk about that for an hour, I think. MACD crossing is good or bad. It tends to be good if the histogram is showing you positive, the positive candles. It's bad if it's showing you the negative candles. If we hit 1,000 likes, Gara will live stream non-stop until tomorrow market open. If we hit 1,000 likes, I will live stream non-stop until market open. Sure. Any guess on where DIDI will go? I think we're probably going back down to around $7 at this point. We're going to retest that support. If we hit 300 likes, you will not use the bell. If we hit 300 likes, I will never use the bell again. I bought 1 share of C3 to feel your pain, Gara. Thank you. Okay, I'm logging in with my other account for another like. Oh my god. Damn. All right. Stock Guru should lose half of his followers. I don't know. People want to watch his videos anyway. Whatever he does, they're gonna watch his videos anyway, which is fine. Damn, man, I got absolutely wrecked today. It's just markets can be ruthless, and they are. But that's usually short term. I think once everything trends back up, then it's going to look a lot better. Just put it that way. Just look at this watch list. Look at this. Everything is bleeding. Oh my god. Everything is bleeding. Aside from American Airlines, which is up 3%. Uber up 0.1%. Lucid was up 5%, sitting at 24. Damn. What a wreckage. What ETF do you buy? You know what? I think what would be a good idea is to have a little bit of to unload some stress. Let's play some Agario. We've done this before, and we're gonna do it again. We're gonna conquer this game. My name is gonna be Gara, and let me see if I can. There we go. Can I invite people? Play with your friends in the same area. Create a party. Play. Okay. And now I send link. Alright, there's gonna be a link. You can join. Oops, it's not clickable. Why is it not clickable? That's weird. There you go. Is it clickable? Does it bring you to the game? Or not? I think it doesn't, does it? Darn, it's so buggy. Oh, there we go. I managed to join, but I clicked on an advert. Alright, yes, it works. It works. Yeah, okay, so there's a link. you can join the game. We're going to play some Agario together. Just unload some stress. Just have a bit of fun. Markets are closed. We'll cover some stocks in a minute. We have about 15 minutes left until we get out of here. But the link is in the chat if you want to join the game. Unload some stress. And we're going to take over the whole server. See if I can stream this bad boy. All right. Let's go. I'm not the person that plays a lot of games, to be honest, but here we go. Like I said, link is in the live chat. Let's see if we can take over this whole server and actually beat everyone out of it. Some people call it Gara, but I am Gara. Yeah, we have ADA. Preferentially, you can feed me and just make me the largest blob. Oh no. I haven't played this game in like 3 months. I think 3 months ago, that was the last time when we did this. And it was at the same time when the markets were going down. And I think that's the right time to play a game like this together. Just to unload some stress. Now all that negativity. What is that, Putin? Okay. That's interesting. Alrighty. I can't see the chat, unfortunately, because I'm so focused on this game. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I'm just chilling. Alright. That's nice. The goal, the ultimate goal right now is to just become the #1. You know what I mean? I need this guy. Oh, darn it. I need Powell. I don't know who this is, but this is great. Gara 2. No. Yeah, I bet you didn't want to get caught by me, eh? I'm gonna eat you. I don't know how many people joined this. Okay, so 12 people joined this game. 12 people joined. That's cool. Yeah, there's a link in the live chat if you want to join this game. We're gonna do one game and that's it. And the ultimate goal is to take out Putin and become #1 on the leaderboard. I think somebody was... yeah, I think somebody was like number 15 or 14 and got cancelled out. That's quite unfortunate, but... yeah. Let me check... see if I can... That's the link. Make sure you join. Oh no, he's throwing that stuff at me to slow me down. Why is he making me... Why are you doing that? That is weird. Oh no. Please no, don't eat me. What the hell is happening there? Oh my god, I got caught. Okay, that was it. That was it. Let me just see what's happening here. Number 25 is an unnamed cell. Somebody just named themselves Gara sucks. Well, you suck too. Yeah, this game can be fun at times. Alright, we've got 12 people still playing. We're getting pretty close to hitting #1. And, let's see. Can I actually just pull this out? There we go. Now I can also see what's happening on the chat. Alright. Someone that joined with that link is now number 20. That's pretty wild. What the freaking hell is happening there? Oh no. Run! Somebody called themselves S&P 500. That's kind of funny, I guess. No! No, 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 no. And I'm dead again. I'm terrible at this game. Okay, I think it's enough. Enough of this game, eh? We got pretty close. Wait, hold up. Somebody was 19th? What? 23rd? I guess I can be a little bit of a spectator. But we still have 15 people in this game right now, so I'm just gonna see if I can find some people in the game. Okay, I'm done. I'm gonna rage quit right here, right now. That was it. I hope you enjoyed that. Hopefully one of you becomes number one. Now let's get back to the charts. All right. Let's see. We got a couple minutes left. Obviously, I told you that I was gonna stream about 15 minutes extra. Don't eat Gara to continue the live stream. Now I think we're good. The markets are already closed, so there's not a whole lot to cover right now. But you can take a look at what's happening on the indices. I'll give you my opinion, my semi-professional opinion, because I'm not a real professional, because I'm not some analyst for some firm. What the hell is happening with the VIX? Interesting. Be right back. There we go. If 100 people of the 200 people watching type extend, I will extend the stream for another hour. If 100 people do, I'm going to count it starting now. If not, then we're going to close the stream in a couple minutes, and that's it for today. So I'm going to give you my opinion on the markets. My opinion right now on the S&P, I've said this before, there was a trend line that we broke. We just gapped below, big gap right there. And we have a massive gap that's going to be filled in the future. So that's interesting. Daily chart, look at this RSI. When was the last time we had RSI heading down like this? It's comparable to 2020 March. It's comparable to, 2019 back then when we had these corrections. So this is a solid correction that we're getting here. Stocks are coming down nicely. Weekly chart, however, is a bit of a different story. Weekly chart, we're still above neutral, right? We're still way above neutral. And yeah, if I'm going to be honest, when we look at the RSI right here, it doesn't really bottom out that much in this zone. It tends to, most often, it bottoms out around RSI 50. So this could mean that this correction is not over, that we're still heading down a little further. Look at that. yeah, our MACD still sitting super high. And on the weekly chart, we breached the 20-day moving average. We've already breached it. We've touched it. Last time we touched the 20-day moving average, that was March 2021. And the time before that was November 2020. And we can breach it. It's no problem. It can jump back up. Monthly chart is showing that we are still overbought. You can see that, very overbought on the monthly chart, spiking back down, but still overbought. Look at the MACD. It's so sitting very high, obviously, because the past years it's been just higher and higher and higher. All right, let's see. Daily chart. Yeah, we checked the Fibonacci levels recently, right? So like we got right at that support zone, which we can see better if we use this right here. We hit it up. We went back to that next level, and we're kind of stuck in that range from 4,360 to about 4,300. That is where we're sitting at. And we already we've seen the spike of about a percentage point now. Now the question is, will we head above that resistance? Because it's support becomes resistance. Well, it's now, I would say, resistance. So if we're heading up above that, we could fill the gap and just go straight up to 4,420. What I think is going to happen is, I think that if Jerome Powell on Wednesday is going to tell us that we're going to delay tapering, or he's not going to announce tapering, then the markets could do better than if he would announce the tapering. So if he doesn't announce it yet, and well, in that scenario, I think this would have been the correction, and we're just going to head up from there. If he does announce it, that could be a bit problematic, unless he announces it and says, hey, we're going to do it in January or February. So we'll have to see how that works out. But I'm a bit of an optimist. I think the technicals are looking good. We could bounce, go back to 4,400, 4,420, briefly fill the gap. And I think we're going to head down again. Probably something like that. Hold up. Where's the next support zone? $4,240-ish, I guess. This zone right here. Let's just say 4,200. All right, so let's say we bounce. Jerome announces it's tapering, and then we go down. And that's a total correction of about 7 to 8 percentage points, which is still possible. Oh, wow. We have a lot of people saying extend. I don't think it's 100 people, though. But it's a nice try. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there's a lot of spamming going on as well. But appreciate the excitement. That's awesome. But yeah, we're still gonna wrap up the stream. I'm gonna have to get some rest for tomorrow. We still have 4 days in this week left, so and I also have to move some things to the office very soon. So yeah. All right. Make sure you hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. That'd be great. Check the social media. We have a Twitter. We have an Instagram. We also have the Discord community that you can be a part of. Discord community link is down below in the description, so check it out. And we'll see you tomorrow. So, yeah, like I said, hit the like, subscribe. Did I see anything weird? No, not really. This was all quite predictable, actually. This market so far. Anyway, have a good day. We'll be back soon. See you next time.